So
So, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. Rather, you can say since morning I have been waiting for this session, and I'm thrilled at the same time, a bit nervous also.
Why nervous? I think I should feel nervous because obviously I'm just a learner and you are already in this profession for so long. You have been teaching from last so many years. How can you
Um,
know?
no, teaching is a different thing. Teaching English is a different thing. And to
Okay.
converse this way is altogether different thing. Moreover, my subject was not English.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, I would, before we dive into the actual discussion, I want to share something with you. I know you since the days I was new onto this platform when I started my journey of learning English, right? So, I used to watch these kinds of videos at that time. And perchance one day I stumbled upon your video. You were, I remember, setting up your camera for some live session. So
Okay.
after that, I watched many more videos, like somewhere you are sitting on the couch and you were sharing your experience that in what way you are making efforts to come up to reach to certain level, right? So that way, I have seen you from that very time. And so you see, Karishma, where you have reached. Your journey is really inspiring. Though I have not been regular onto this platform, frankly speaking, because throughout my career, my life so far, I have been very busy professional. So on and off, I have been joining, like sometimes uploading some videos, and after that, taking a sabbatical of some period, then going off the track.
Okay.
So that way, I find your journey very much inspiring. And when now you asked me, and I was thinking on about so many topics that okay, finally, Karishma will be there sitting in front of me. Then how to begin the conversation and what kind of content I must try to bring on the table. But then finally, I decided because we are meeting for the very first time. And
Right.
because we are meeting for the first time, why not to share your journey? Because we both are we are learners of this language. And if I see you, and I remember those very moments when for the first time I stumbled upon your video. I won't say I'm a good speaker because very frank, to be very frank, the English learning of English came my way at a very later stage in my life. But yes, you can
Okay.
say that it was my fear at some point in time, which I am now turning into passion to some extent. But you speak so well. I have seen that transformation, though not being so regular onto this platform. So then I thought of why not to share your anecdotes or your journeys because the purpose of these kinds of videos is the same. Whether you talk about something or I'm a part of some discourse, the purpose is the same, isn't it? So, first of all, I would like to applaud your journey. So, you have really reached a milestone.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So,
Should I begin with the introduction?
yeah, yes. Your face is familiar to many viewers, rather everybody who is on this platform and who is a learner of this language. But at the same time, we do admit on daily basis many new viewers they are
Exactly.
joining our fraternity. So that way, it
Right.
becomes a sort of mandatory to give just a brief introduction of yours, so that I can go ahead. So.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah. So as you know that my name is Karishma Chauhan. I'm speaking to you from Gurgaon, but I hail from Delhi and I completed all my education there. So I've done my highest education is LLB, and after that I am practicing and I have my own law firm. I deal in IPR sector, and apart from that, I have this YouTube channel where I upload English conversation content related to English always. And yes, I am also mother to two kids. Both are boys. And my hobbies is to watch YouTube, watching something informative, podcast. I love to listen to podcast actually. So this is a
Hmm.
bit about me.
It's a lot more. Because in a very crispy manner, you have conveyed so much of this stuff, I feel.
Uh, okay.
Okay, so Karishma, to begin with, let's dive into the this discussion. At what point, or at what was the kind of moment you were passing through when this idea of learning English came to your mind?
Okay. So I would say that there is no such a specific moment, but my whole childhood, it was like I used to dream about speaking in English.
Hmm.
This was my desire for so long. But since
Hmm.
I studied in a government school, I did not get much opportunities to learn this language because you already know that how English has taught at that time. Like in Hindi
Hmm.
language, teachers used
Hmm.
to teach English. In
Hmm.
some of the cases, still it's going on, and especially in the government schools. So
Hmm.
this is how it has started. But the time when I was searching for jobs, I remember that one day I went for an interview, and that is in a management company, where girls promote particular brands and all. They like personality and communication. Two things are required for that particular job. As long as personality matters, I was satisfied with that. But somehow I knew it that my communication is not good, and this was the only reason that I got rejected from that interview. And that's when I felt like, okay, it's very mandatory thing to learn English, otherwise I cannot think about of growing in my professional field or in my career. Since then I took it very seriously and try to learn it. And I also approach in a very incorrect manner, started with the grammar, which didn't work for me.
Hmm.
But yes, if I would have to clarify the one moment, I would say that giving interview was that moment, because I was not only rejected from one or two companies, it was more than three to four companies, and I got rejected only because of my English. There was no other reason at all. So that was the turning point of my life. You can say that I started focusing or learning English.
Hmm. Okay. And at that point in time, did you have the idea that there are different via medias to learn this language? Like, how did you hit the right button?
It's like I was recently learning English after like my marriage when I became mother. That's when I got enough time, I would say, because before that I used to work with a company and my job was like since morning 8 to evening 8 I was completely occupied with my work. So I did not get time to work on my English, and I honestly speaking I did not even know or aware about the social platforms or the online applications or anything. I did not have any idea about if like is there anything available or not. So it was completely because I was sitting at home, as like I also took sabbatical for like more than 4 years when I became mother. So in those 4 years my focus was to improve myself, and so that when I will resume my career or job, I would perform better. That was my thinking at that time. So I, and one more motive is there, that I want my child to speak English. That was the main thing that I wanted to work
Hmm.
on, because that is very important. I don't want him to struggle just because of
Hmm.
the English, because I have seen my career. That's why I got late. If I would know English like a few years ago, maybe I'm not at this place. Maybe I was
You
doing
would have
something
been
else.
better placed, you feel.
I would have been better. Like I would have been on better place. So
Hmm.
my child, he became my inspiration to pursue this language, and we both learned together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just a couple of days back, I was having a session with some expert, and because I have also been in teaching, and this is my
Hmm.
personal experience as well, that we learn when we teach.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I started my career, sorry, I haven't talked anything about me because people who don't
But I
know me,
know
I'm,
already.
yeah, okay, good, so nice of you. I'm Kawaljit, and I have to just give my description in brief. You can at the moment say an academician turned into an entrepreneur. Lately, very lately, just right.
Okay.
So when I started, because our journey is a bit on the, we are on the same page. So far, you are beginning of this coming on this platform is concerned, I resonate myself with you. So when I came into teaching, teaching was no way on my cards. But you see, Karishma, in what happens in middle class families, one, you attain a certain degree, especially in middle class families. And if you don't come from a metro city, I belong to Amritsar basically. At the moment, I am connecting with you from Jalandhar. So in middle class families, the system still it is existing somewhere that once you attain the degree, then for if you want to go for some job, otherwise don't go. But if you want to go for the job, it is assumed that it was assumed at that very time also that teaching is the best platform. Teaching is the best profession. Though I was a bit revolutionary at that time also. I was eldest in the family. Come from a very humble family, and nobody in the elder one to guide me, give me any guidance. But sometimes you are born with some instinct, some sort of things happen around you that they you start imbibing those things, and they all together change your personality. My family circumstances were not allowing to express myself, but from the inner core somewhere, I was having this lust that someday I want to become a businesswoman. My dad was a businessman, and at that very time, long, long, long back, some lady was coming to that businesswoman was coming to him to see him regarding orders, wearing very long coat and haircut on the shoulders. I still remember, though I don't remember the actual face of that lady, but the kind of personality that she was having at that time, and still it is reflecting. So, thing is, my teaching came my way. My funders were not that much clear because it was nowhere on my cards, but I completed my post graduation. Then I was to do something. I was not at all interested doing these household chores, and my mom was also government school teacher. So I saw my mom working, and I followed the same path in the sense, yeah, I have to do something. So what did I do then? Because you are like you agree that teaching and learning they go side by side, right? Like you might be teaching to your son, and that way you're also practicing your skills, isn't it? So then I made my fundas clear because I was to work in a college. So to work in a college, and when you are facing the strength of 80 or 30, 100 students, and to deliver a lecture over there was not at that time, it was not my cup of tea. So I first made my fundas clear, then making all the concepts, learning them with clarity, and finally delivering the next morning. So same thing I think I'm doing at the moment. Like when we people are making these kinds of videos, we and I have seen whenever we have these kinds of sessions, we learn from each other. Like by the end of the session, definitely, certainly, some word would come in my mind. Krishna spoke this way. Okay, this is another way out. Or I didn't know it. So now I have learned it. So that way, inspiring so far. Your journey is quite inspiring, Krishna. And now the thing is, you told me, and I am also familiar with, you are an advocate and you might be having your hearings related to your clients in the courts,
Right.
and you are a young mom of two very young kids. Then
Right.
now your scenario is different. Okay? Because you have touched a milestone. But when 2 or 3 years back you started your journey, how did you manage, how you were managing at that time, like coping up with the stress, because automatically when you are having a little kid at home, you pass through so many of the stressful phases, and you have to look after your family as well, your husband, and at the back of your mind that aspiration was there to do something in life, whether you were doing it or not, but you pass through different your interview phases, and stress is an automatic kind of stuff that was there. Then at one point in time, how did you manage everything, like working on your communication skills? How to did at that time you spare time for having these sessions or making videos, or you if you have taken your classes from some professional as well, how could you make it?
Okay, so let me start with the beginning. As I told you that I also took a sabbatical for 4 years when I was not doing anything. So I had nothing to do except doing household chores and taking care of my one son. At that time, the elder one was there.
Mm.
So I had enough time to work on my English. I used to watch whole day. I used to watch videos, listen videos. My mother-in-law also used to think that what she did whole day with the phone. She used
Mm.
to give me that look, but after that, when she realizes, okay, that she is trying to do something in future and maybe trying to work on a career, then
Mhm.
she also supported me actually, and that's how I began. So the time when I started my YouTube journey, if I say like 2.5 years, I think it's 3 years completed.
Mm.
So 3 years ago, I had only one son. The other one, he came on the journey when I was on YouTube. I remember when my channel got monetized. After that, I conceived, and that was also not difficult time. The difficulty started when he came into my life in real, and then I have to give time to him as well, and I have to manage my videos as well. Though it is challenging, I did it and I'm still doing it. It's still challenging for me, but I have to compromise with the my personal quality
Comfort.
time,
Mm.
relaxed time, or me time, you can say that. So my me time is to connect with somebody and talk to them. That made me really happy. I feel really content when I talk to somebody, and that is my me time, my refreshing time. So even now, even from like when he was too young, like 1 or 2 months old, since then I'm doing this work. I have never quit. My whole pregnancy, I used to create videos. I never quit, and I am consistent. I have been consistent, I think, from last 3 years, no matter how many challenges I have faced. But I always used to think that I have to be consistent because my channel got monetized and I don't want to lose it, to be honest. If you get something, you try to maintain that thing. You don't want to lose it. And that is especially after 4 years of sitting at home. You know that how it was. And it's not that suddenly after 4 years I started working on myself. I used to think a lot of different opportunities or about things like what I can do just by sitting at home. I used to explore many things. And finally, I end up working on YouTube. So even now, my child, he's sleeping right now. So I have to wait. Like once he will sleep, only then I attend sessions. Otherwise, I don't do any sessions. For example, if I schedule any sessions and my son, he's not sleeping, I simply have to cancel that. I
Mm.
cannot do this. That is my, you can say that, मजबूरी को क्या कहेंगे? I
Compulsive
have to,
responsibility, your love for your
yeah.
child,
No,
or
not love for, it's
being
my
a mom,
responsibility
mom kind
simply.
of thing. No, no, it's a mom kind of
Yeah.
thing. You can't
Yeah.
define
So,
it
but
in words.
usually, as you were asking me about time, I usually don't assign time to anybody. There was earlier a group on Skype. So, whenever I get free, whenever my son sleeps, I just simply drop a message in the group that if someone is available, I want to connect with them. This is how I used to create my sessions earlier. It's
Mm.
just been a month or two that I started giving time to other people because now I want to change the level of my videos. I want to connect with the good people also, beginners also, tutors also. And for them, I
Mm.
have to give them time. Nobody is available at your time. Like if you are available, if you expect that somebody is else also available, it's not possible. So I'm facing a difficulties, but now I understand that how at what time he sleeps. So I just manage on that time only. Yeah,
Mm.
like 3 to 5 mostly.
Okay. Mm.
So it's not that difficult
So,
now.
e- excellent, excellent. Really inspiring. I would repeat it again and again because whatever you are narrating, in what way you are explaining the things, I think every second person or second woman definitely is going to resonate her journey with yours.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Because some kind of responsibilities in the family, these are common kind of responsibilities. Whatever be the level of a family or a lady or somebody is you can say working at home or going out, we pass through the similar kind of phases, and we are to share the similar kind of responsibilities as well. Whether you are an officer of A class, you have to look after your family, your kids, your children, and though you depute other people to get the work done for you, even then you are supposed to keep a check. Otherwise, you see, if you don't give a look for 2 or 3 days, then you see that's how the messy things become. So it's not easier to get the work done. You have to be there at the back somewhere. So your
Right.
responsibilities keep on multiplying. They are no
Right.
way. getting lesson, they are multiplying every second moment.
That's true.
Nice. So, Karishma, you have come so far, like you started your journey from somewhere, and now you are here and your channel is monetized. You have improved a lot so far as communication skill is concerned. Okay. How, at what place you want to see yourself after 4 or 5 years?
Oh my God, 4 or 5 years. To be honest, you said that I'm speaking well, I have a good command, but I personally feel that I'm not really good at it. And there's a lot of improvement required, either in terms of vocabulary or in terms of grammar. I still make grammatical errors. I'm not really perfect in it. So I just want that after 5 years, at least I would be able to express myself in a very professional manner, which I'm not able to do right now. So first target is to improve my personal self, like improve my English communication. And second thing that as I'm working on my law firm, I want to grow it because YouTube, it's uncertain. I'm doing it because it's my passion. I like doing it. I feel very happy after talking to somebody. That is the main sole purpose of it. If you talk about financially, I'm not dependent on it because YouTube, as again, it has no certainty and I don't want to take it
Hmm.
as a
And
full-time thing. So
moreover,
it's just
moreover, it is a full-time job, I guess it. Though you spare some
yeah,
part of your
right.
time for it, but whenever you are not on the screen, even then your mind is working on it. You might be doing
Exactly.
editing, or while doing something in the kitchen, you might be thinking of like
What I
getting
should
ready for some
do,
script
yeah.
or what to present now to the audience, what new I can go ahead with. So it is you all
Right.
time
It's
your
so
mind is
difficult.
working on it, and uncertainty is definitely there. Because at some point in time, you feel you also want to relax for some time. But I feel this is a kind of feel, this screen, this YouTube, that if the moment you are away from it, people forget you. You too forgets you.
Exactly. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I have noticed even if I'm not consistent for a week, I see change in my pattern or algorithm. So I don't want to quit it because I really love the people who are on YouTube,
Mm.
especially my subscribers who always write beautiful comments to me, and I really appreciate those comments. And just because of them, I feel motivated.
Mm.
Because as a channel, if you ask me, my channel is not doing that great. Though I have good number of subscribers, I don't get
Mm.
much views. It's very normal. But the love I receive from my subscribers, that
Mm.
is something
That is
very
overwhelming.
special.
Mm.
Overwhelming. That's overwhelming, right?
True, true. Well said. And can you describe yourself into 2 or 3 words? If I suppose you, because we are talking about the vocabulary as well. And if we are to define charisma, how can we describe in words, not in a phrase or a sentence?
Okay, so I'm resilient, the first thing. Optimistic, always follow pragmatic approach to solve a problem. Um, what else I say?
Hardworking,
Joyous, hardworking, you can say that, yeah, but not
passionate,
that hardworking.
passionate, consistent.
Uh, Passionate, consistent. There
Mm.
is no one word actually. There is
Yeah,
no one word.
can't
When
be
we
described
combine
in
all
one
those
word.
words together, that makes a person successful, I feel.
Mm.
Not only your consistency matters, you have to work really hard, you have to be passionate, you have to work smart as well. It's not like that you
Mm.
are working hard since ages and not getting result, but you want to be consistent. There is no sense to be
Mm.
consistent. Then if you feel that something is not right for you, you have to understand that. You have to, as I said, that pragmatic approach, you have to follow practical ways. Don't believe on the things like consistency doesn't mean that for the 10 years you are on the same page and you are consistent. No benefit. So I think
Mm.
all these things are, personally I feel that in me. Yeah, that's how.
Hmm. Yeah, consistency doesn't mean if you are on the wrong path and you keep staying on that
Exactly.
and moving, trying to move
Right.
ahead. So
Right.
you should change your path.
Path.
Consistency means you keep on doing, making efforts to achieve the goal,
Making efforts.
not keeping
Right.
on doing the same thing again and again.
Exactly. That's true. But sometimes people don't understand. Sometimes people put efforts on wrong place and they feel that okay, we will get it. We will get it. They
Hmm.
hope for the best. Because everywhere we are listening this thing, consistency, practice, hard work makes you perfect. So people thought, okay, if I will even do hard work in that direction, I will get something. But you have to understand, if you are an electrician and you're trying to solve plumbing issues, you are not going to get anything, right?
Hmm.
I am an advocate, but I start doing financial things, I am not going to get success. And it has actually happened with me. I remember I have given the exam, CPT exam for CA. My first goal was to do the CA thing, but in my first attempt, it was not clear.
Hmm.
Just by few numbers, I got failed. I People told me that you have to give it a second chance because it is not something that you can clear it in just one attempt. Many people, they're not able to clear it in one
Hmm.
attempt. I
Hmm.
did not try because my inner heart, my inner self, it was telling me that no, you can't do this. It is actually difficult. And financial things, or tally, data entry, accounts, I feel like these are boring thing for me. So if your inner
Hmm.
self is not satisfied with the work you are doing, just leave it. And that's how I quit that. And then law, it came naturally to me. It's not something that I wanted to do, but somehow I got a job in law firm, and just by working with themselves, I realized this is a kind of interesting field. It's a very interesting profession. You are learning a lot of things: drafting,
Hmm.
communication, meeting with new clients. There's so much, like, scope is there. That's when I pursue LLB. Like, after getting that experience of 3 to 4 years, after that I pursue. So this is how it happens. People have to change sometime their path to get the success.
Hmm. Because deep down somewhere there is a call. You know you are not cut out for that job or that thing which people around you might be advising you to keep continuing moving on that
Continue.
track.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I was having something else in my plan that was um, to create a small story of 1 or 2 minutes using all these specifications and specific terms. But I feel now Zoom is giving me the notification that time is running out. Yeah. And I don't want this session to end abruptly, actually.
Okay.
And the end, you have already said so much of the stuff for the people who are already on this journey. But you you kindly share your mantra of success in a very crispy manner, like 1 or 2 or 3. Like you can say a takeaway from this session for the learners who belong to our fraternity, who have might have recently joined or might be working hard to meet their goals. Say something.
I think the
Though
passion
your
is very,
story in itself is inspiring, there is
yeah.
nothing left to convey. But sometimes you feel people want the pointers. No, at number one, I must do this thing. At number two, I should follow this. Then after that, the third and fourth.
So I have to say it in points.
Yeah, in a crispy manner. That is what I mean to come up with.
See, I always feel that I'm quite passionate about English. This is what I want to achieve. So whatever you feel that you have to achieve, one thing that you have to be passionate about it. You have to put your heart and soul into it. Then
Hmm.
only you will be able to do it. Because when you are positive, you automatically convey the positive idea to your subconscious mind, and it directly or indirectly helps you to arrange all those things which is necessary in order to get the thing you want. And this is
Hmm.
what exactly happened with me. I used to work on my English. I was really passionate, hardworking, consistent. I had never thought that I will not learn this language. That negativity never came to me. Never ever. Because I was really positive, optimistic that I will do it. I will do it. Many times I failed also. People also criticize me on YouTube. I've received a few negative comments, not more. I think it's 1% that I received negative comments. But those comments made me feel really bad about me, that I started feeling that I should quit. I should not teach. And but yes, you have to overcome. You have to believe in yourself. That is your main strength. You have to believe that you can do it. Until
Hmm.
you believe in yourself, no one can believe in you, honestly. First of all, you have
Hmm.
to have that trust that okay, this is me, I'm Karishma, and I have this capability that I can do this thing. So I think that is their passion should be there for anything, whatever you want to achieve in your life, not only English.
We shouldn't shrink ourselves to fit in others' comfort zone. This is very
Right.
important.
Right.
As a learner and as a woman also, we must try to live with dignity. That is very important.
Dignity. That is
And
very
I
important.
guess we are learning this because this learning has become or it has attained that kind of status. Maybe due to this globalization or this social media kind of thing, people they are becoming aware, more and more aware
Aware.
about it. That
Mm.
somehow learning this language gives an upper edge. Might be people start judging me on this statement because there are people who get offended. That why can't we speak in our own language? But if you see the picture in totality, not just a
Right.
small part of the portion of the picture. So if you take it as a whole, we have to admit it that it is going to become an integral part. Like you are doing it, you are learning it for the sake of your child, because
Right.
being parents, whatever kind of low phase of our life we have passed through, we never want that our children should follow that path,
Children.
isn't
True.
it? So that way, it's important for us to work on any kind of skill. You can go ahead, but to learn any skill again, you will have to come back to English learning, because most of the videos, though you talk to Chat GPT or you see videos, most of the stuff is available in English language.
Right.
Yes. And from
True.
your journey, if I try to sum it up, yes, you have been thorough in the sense you were clear about your goal, that what you want to achieve. And at the same time, when I ask you, where do you want to see yourself after 3 or 4 or 5 years, you are still clear. And of course, I agree with you. Any language you talk about, the languages, they keep on evolving, except a few which have
Right.
become, remote kind of languages. So English is that kind of language which is evolving every second moment. We see new words, they are incorporated. And
Right.
I do agree that we all make mistakes. But at the same time, I would like to add up, we do make mistakes when we converse in our own language. Like if
Right.
my mother tongue is Punjabi, and whenever I start conversing or I converse in Punjabi, I do make, because you can't be the master. Like if I'm somebody from the science background, and if I say I know A to Z of science, how it could be possible? Even
Right.
single life is not enough to learn that
Right.
one complete picture you belong to or you have come from. So,
Right.
yes, it's a lifelong journey, and we make errors. And my belief is, like, if somebody talks to me, and we are now part of different groups as well, where people emphasize to go ahead with the advanced vocabulary. Yes, someday I do want to reach that level, but before that I want to be very fluent, confident, to speak without making errors, though with very simple, low level or very basic level vocabulary. I feel
Okay.
that. So,
But ma'am, you're
Karishma,
already good.
yes, yes, sorry. What did you say? I couldn't hear.
I said you're already good at that. You are
Oh,
speaking so
I'm
well.
exactly like you. Maybe it was my fear, Karishma, which turned into my passion. My education had been from a government school like you, but we
Okay.
will definitely surely discuss it in some other video. And I would like to thank you first because you accepted my invitation, and now I really passed my quality time. And since morning, this day, I have been working for this session. When I was driving, I had to do some other stuff on the way. Then I reached over here. Then I was in a fix whether at my workplace I would be able to, will my Wi-Fi work properly? And if something happens, I
Oh
have
my
to
God.
rush. So
You took
no,
that much stress.
no, you would be call it stress, but yeah, if you take it to stress, sometimes stress is also good, because when you
Right.
get something you are longing for, stress is a
Right.
normal kind of thing, and sometimes it is required for your betterment also. So you see, because of that stress, I could have a session with you, I could talk to you,
So-
as I had taken a sabbatical of more than 1.5 year. And even earlier too, I was not regular because the whole day was consumed by my work and I had to go to different cities and coming back. It was really hard to meet both the ends that way. And our journey onto YouTube, that also gets affected. And whenever we are posting our videos, we keep on learning. We have just committed this thing that
Right.
more and more we post, more and more we speak. That way, it brings improvement in us. So, with this, I would like to end up this session over here because I don't have advanced kind of words with me to convey my gratitude and my thanks to you, Karishma. I
Thank you so much,
can.
ma'am. Even I'm really happy connecting with you like a like fluent speaker. I have learned a lot of new words just by this half an hour conversation. And I really wanted to ask you, so many questions are in my mind right now, but I will definitely book a session with you. We'll discuss the time and definitely I'm gonna ask all those questions to you. I have a lot of things in my mind right now.
Okay, I will try my level best to
We'll
answer all
connect
your
again
queries and
anytime.
questions, and we'll
Yeah.
surely connect soon. So stay blessed and stay healthy,
Yeah.
Karishma. Bye bye. Take
Thank you so
care.
much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.